Join me now from CPAC, U.S. Senatorial candidate Ted Cruz. Thank you, sir, so much. The Heritage Foundation put out the numbers, pretty depressing. When the takers make more than the makers, it basically says you're financially better not to work.
Yep. Well, you know, there's a basic principle of economics. What you tax decreases. What you subsidize increases. Unfortunately, right now, we tax productivity and we subsidize sloth. And the Obama administration is trying to expand this. Their approach is to put everyone on the government dole. And, you know, that is, as you point out, it's not a sustainable path. It's a path that leads to disaster, and it doesn't help the people receiving the money either.
Right, sir. We need to point one more thing out, according to that same study. 49.5% of Americans don't pay federal income tax. The reason why that's relevant, they still vote. So when that number exceeds when the takers' numbers exceeds the makers' numbers, you're never gonna vote out officials that aren't supporting that system, that are making this thing grow out of control.
Well, that is certainly, I think, the Obama administration's political objective. I think they've been surprised by the American people's reaction, because I think their objective was to get more than 50% of us not paying taxes on the dole, where we then constantly vote them into office. But a funny thing happened. I don't know if you remember, about 6 months ago, Obama had a press conference where he was looking out at everyone going, "Why aren't you thanking me?" And the reason is, Americans fundamentally believe in freedom and opportunity. We don't want to be on the dole. That's not the American way. The American way is to provide for your family and to take responsibility. And I think this administration is saying, we're bringing you bread and circuses. You should be celebrating. And Americans all over the country are rising up and saying, no, we don't want European socialism. We're not going to willingly take that yoke. We're going to stand up and fight to preserve our liberty instead.
All right, Mr. Cruz, we're going to leave it there, but a lot of those good Americans are sitting right behind you applauding. That's at the Conservative Political Action Conference in D.C. this weekend. Thank you for joining us, and you're doing a great job, sir.
Well, thanks. It's always great to be with you. As you know, Margaret Thatcher observed, the problem with socialism is eventually you run out of other people's money.
Absolutely, and Ronald Reagan cited that as well.